Hi DIYers, Sterling with Alarm Grid here. Today we're going to show you how to program a 5802 WXT-2 personal panic button. This 5802 WXT-2 is very similar to the 5802 WXT without the -2. The only difference being that the -2 has 2 buttons and the 5802 WXT only had 1 button. So this is better for false alarm prevention. Instead of being able to accidentally press and hold 1 button to activate the sensor, you would actually have to press and hold 2 buttons, which should limit false activations if it's in a purse or a pocket or somewhere where something could get knocked up against the sensor. In addition to the actual panic switch, you get a couple wearable options. You get a nice little holster that you can snap it into. This can slide into your belt, and then touching your belt, you would have an option to activate the device. You have a lanyard that you could wear around your neck, and has a nice little piece of cord here that hooks into here and loops around, so you could wear it around your neck. And even that, beyond that, they give you a nice wearable watch band, so you could snap this into place and you could wear this on your wrist and have an easy way. If you're working and you need both hands, you could still have a way to activate the device. So this is a great way to add further value to your system. Instead of just having intrusion devices which detect an alarm when something occurs, this one is self-activated so that you could set off a loud alarm at the panel or a silent alarm in case of an intrusion, unannounced intrusion in the home. So now that we know how the 5802 WXT-2 works, we're going to show you how to program it to your Lynx Touch panel. Just like with any zone programming, we use security, more tools, and then the installer code of 4112 to access this screen. And once we hit program, we're into the system programming screen. We can see that we're in that screen because it shows specifically system programming at the top. We go into zones to program the device, and we hit the down arrow to get to the next available new zone. We highlight it, zone number 22. Every device typically gets learned to its own zone, and we hit edit. From here, we have to key in the serial number for the device. And we can do that because we have the serial number displayed on here. They also have a sticker on the box with the same serial number. You ignore the A alpha number or letter, and you would only type in the 7-digit serial number. Instead of typing it in though, which you may have user entry errors and then it wouldn't work, what's better is to auto-enroll it by pressing and holding these 2 buttons, which would activate the device. Doing that once makes it beep. Doing it twice makes it double beep. Well, it is a press and hold. I didn't press and hold long enough the second time, but pressing and holding for the 2-second pause, you get the double beep and you get the serial number 0992947 with the applicable loop number for this device. Loop number 1 should always be used with your panic button, and then one final press and hold to activate it a 3rd time takes us back to our zone 22 programming page. So now we have to choose device type. In this case, we're going to set it up as a medical panic. We had our 1 button set up as a police panic in case we heard something in the middle of the night and we wanted to get response. This one we can give to a family member who may have a medical emergency, and they have an option to press and hold and get the 24-hour auxiliary alarm type, which the central station knows would be a medical alert. If we cannot get in touch with the end users, then we would know to send the ambulance. If we go here, we can say medical.
Machine. Medical.
Actually, it already says medical here, so we probably want to clear that and just say panic.
Panic.
And now we have panic medical when this is triggered. We want it to be alarm report yes, which means if this device is activated, we want it to send that information through to the central station. If we had this selected to no, it would only sound the local alarm, so that if you had a caretaker, they would know, okay, there's a medical emergency, they better go check on the patient. In this case, we would like it to go through to the central station because our system is monitored, and therefore we want all alerts going through to a live operator. Finally, we have the option for supervised. We showed on the 5802WXT video that sometimes a panic button, it is applicable to make it unsupervised. If you're going to leave the property with the device, when the panel would check for the device every 12 hours, if you were at work with your panic, you would get a trouble on site indicating that this serial number device is not being seen. So if you leave the property with the device, I would recommend unsupervised. In this case, our elderly family member stays in the home all the time, and therefore this device never leaves the property. And we want it to be supervised, meaning the system will check and look for this device every 12 hours. If it didn't see a check-in message from the signal of the, or rather of the sensor, then you would get a Zone 22 supervision trouble, and you would know that either this is too far away from the panel, perhaps the battery's gone low, or perhaps something has been damaged in the sensor, got wet, or whatever might have happened, and therefore you would get alerted to the issue prior to when the patient needed to activate the alarm. By saving it, we're locking in our settings, and if we exit to the home screen, we can test to make sure we learned it in properly. So from the home screen, if we press and hold both buttons to activate the device, we get our medical alarm.
Disarmed. Not ready to arm.
You can see
Check zone.
you can see that the icon for the medical alarm has the universal ambulance symbol to alert you. Anybody looking at the panel would know that it was a panic and a medical emergency, not a police or fire emergency. And if we disarm one more time,
Disarmed. Ready to arm.
we're back to
Time.
we're back to the ready to arm screen, and we know that our 5802WXT-2 two-button panic has been properly programmed to our Lynx Touch L5200 system. We hope you've enjoyed the video. We invite you to subscribe to our channel, and if you have any questions for us about your Honeywell sensors or system, please email us support@alarmgrid.com.